Broadcasting live from Wallace, Idaho, home of the Wallace Miners. This is Channel 3 Sports.
Starting tonight for the Lakeside Knights, our senior, number 0, Ashley Holt. Our senior, number 2, Jalissa Holt. Our sophomore, number 14, Martina Rivera. Our junior, number 20, Fiona Allen. Our junior, number 23, Alana Harder. The Knights are coached by Chris Gordon and assisted by Gabe Hines.
Hello and welcome to Kirby Krulitz Court, home of the Wallace Miners. Channel 3 Sports here tonight covering your action here in the Silver Valley. Lakeside Knights in town. Good league matchup for the Lady Miners tonight. This is the top two teams in the Scenic Idaho Conference right now. We're looking for a great battle out of both teams. And let's see if our Lady Miners can try to pull out a victory here at home and defend home court against the tough Lakeside Knights team who's been hasn't played much basketball lately because they're had a few of the little virus woes at school, but now they're back in action and it's great to see. And the Miners win the opening tip. Get it inside to Grace Hunter, and she's on the mark with her first bucket of the ball game. That'll make it 2-0 Miners. Holt with it up top. Now ball's in the hands of Fiona Allen. Back to Martina Rivera. That's Javier Gore kicking it out to Holt for three. Holt off the mark. Ball tipped around into the hands of Brittany Phillips. Nice job by the Miners on their first defensive possession. Phillips finds Welch. Number 23, Ellie Welch with the ball now. Shoots a little 16-footer off the back iron. Ball tipped around. Good rebound by Muskelby Speck down low. Finds Jaden House, the sharpshooter, and she's off the mark on her first triple. Good rebound that time down low by Keona Allen. A nice take down the lane that time by Jalissa Holt. She knocks in the and one opportunity. And that'll tie the ball game at 2.
You got 3.
And that'll be the first foul on the Miners. Ball off the mark on the free throw attempt. Ball kicked back into the hands of McKelvey Speck. And here come the Miners. House with the ball now, takes it down the left side of the lane. And she banks it home for her first bucket of the ball game. That makes it 4-2. Holt now passes it to her sister. That's Jalissa Holt with the ball now. Good hands on defense that time by Phillips, and she's going to dribble it out of bounds. But good defense nonetheless. It turns away the Knights, but they'll keep possession. And a chance to strike back at the Miners. A little trouble inbound on the ball here is Holt. Got to find somebody. She does. Knights get the ball in. There's Ashley Holt with the ball now. She dribbles down the whole lane. Ball tipped around by the Miners again, but into the hands of Jalissa Holt. And she lays it up and in and knocks down the bucket. She's got 4 points. Ties the ball game at 4. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Miners Welch loses it off her leg, out of bounds, and will turn the ball over to the hands of the Knights. And Rivera's going to cross the timeline with it, guarded by Speck. The Miners in a little man-to-man defensive look here. They play a lot of zone, but they like to switch their defenses up from time to time. Javier Gore gets into the lane, and she's going to get fouled by the Miners. And they're going to call that foul on Grace Hunter, I believe. That'll be the second foul on the Miners. And Javier Gore's free throw is up and good. Making it 5-4 now. Second attempt up. And she's off the iron. And Welch runs down the rebound. She's going to attack here for the Miners. Finds Phillips. She's going to get all the way to the cup. High off the glass, but no good. Gets a rebound. And Holt's going to fish that one away out of the middle, and here come the Knights. Good transition defense by the Miners, getting back. And one that time there for Javier Gore again. She's going to extend the lead 7-4 and get a chance at the free throw stripe. Well, good job by House getting back, just unfortunately picks up the foul. That's the third foul on the Miners. And she knocks down the free throw. And that's going to make it 8-4 here with 5:22 to go here in the first. Welch with the ball now. Nobody around her. She's going to cast away from three off the front iron. Nice rebound, run down by Phillips. Kicks it out to House. She's not going to shy away. Off the mark again. Good offensive rebounding again by the Miners. And tied up in the corner, kind of got trapped. And the Knights force a jump ball. And that'll give the ball to the Knights as the arrow was in their favor. And we're going to get a substitution on the floor. Number 21, Destiny Matt, into the ball game for the Knights. Rivera finds Javier Gore. Good screen set. She's going to try her luck. Nice dump down low to Matt. Us just off the mark. Matt gets her own rebound. Good denial by the defense that time. And Phillips comes away with a loose ball. Phillips to Welch. Back to House up top. Miners set the offense. House trying her luck. Baseline. No good on the shot. And ball again. Nice job that time by Ashley Holt. Looks up the floor to Gore. And Gore knocks down another one. That'll make it 10-4 here early. The Knights with a 6-point lead over the Miners. Welch again, kicks to Phillips. Good high ball screen. She's going to get all the way into the lane, and she's going to get fouled on that shot attempt. She's going to earn 2 shots from the line. That's the first team foul on the Knights. That'll send Phillips to the line for 2. We'll see who they got that last foul on. Having a little scoreboard troubles here with it, so I'm not quite sure. And Phillips knocks down the free throw. Let's go. Here, do this one. Yeah, you know this. Keep score. All right, second attempt. Phillips shot up, and it's good. And that makes it 10-6 now. Good take by Holt into the lane. Matt gets the offensive rebound. She's going to get fouled by the Miners. Yeah, you want to do that?
Wait, 3, 4, 2 shots. Timeout, wait.
And timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with you. Be back in a moment. And back to the action now. Matt at the line. 10-6 is our score. Knights on top. And first free throw's good from Matt. One more coming. 11-6 now. Matt's second attempt is off the iron. Ball tipped around into the hands of, I think that was McKelvey Speck again with the rebound. House with it. Guarded by Jalissa Holt. Trying to find an opening in this Knights defense. Miners struggling to find the bottom of the cup here early. Ball tipped around. Tia Hendricks going to corral it for the Miners, trying to find somebody to pass to, and they're going to be a jump ball, and that'll be Miner basketball this time as arrows in their favor. Welch to inbounds. Gets it to House in the corner. A little long on her three-point attempt. The ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. Knights ball. So the Miners struggling here early, a little bit on the offensive end, getting some good looks at the cup, just haven't found too many to fall yet. And the Knights just keep plugging away, finding a good job of getting the ball inside. Holt's going to cast away from deep this time off the back iron. Good rebound by Hendrick. Here comes House. He's going to try her luck from the left side this time. High off the glass, no good. Ball tipped again. Rebounded by the Knights. A lot of action down here. And we're going to get a Knights ball. Kind of missed the action there, trying to catch the numbers. And but that's Wineclaw with it. Finds Javier Gore. Back to Holt, guarded by House. High ball screen, fights through it. Knights really try to work through Jalissa and Ashley Holt on offense. And there's Ashley Holt, cast it away, no good. Ball tipped around. Fight down low, gonna get a foul, I think on Destiny Matt, and we do. Second team foul for the Knights. And Miners' chance to cut into this 5-point lead. 2:30 to go here in the first. Welch guarded by Wineclaw. Finds Speck. Speck's going to cast away for three off the iron. Ball high up, and Ashley Holt another rebound. Gets it up to Gore. Here running is the Knights. Good dump down to Matt, and Matt knocks another one down. 13-6. Miners find House again. They're waiting for her to start finding the cup. And tipped out Miner ball. House is getting some good looks at it. Normally, she's the leading scorer for the Miners, and she just hasn't found that range quite yet, but every game it tends to she always tends to knock down, 4 to 5 3-pointers, so I look for her to pick up the scoring here shortly, getting all those looks at the cup. And foul down low. A little too much body that time from number 20, Keona Allen, and fouls Hendrick. Third team foul on the Knights. Welch, tough pass there, tipped away that time by Destiny Matt. The Miners will retain possession. 2 minutes to go here, first quarter. Miners down 7, 13-6. Just looking to find that spark on the offensive end. Ileana Lewis into the game now, number 5 for the Miners, giving her good bench minutes for the Miners here these last few games. Speck, good look from the corner off the iron, but nice hustling rebound that time by House. Another rebound, Hendricks. Miners just force another jump ball. They're getting after it on the offensive end. Just that work will hopefully start paying off for them. But they're turned away. The Knights are making the Miners work. Jalissa Holt with it. Looking for an opening. Miners sticking in that man-to-man. Ball tipped around everywhere, and Welch fighting for the rebound, does pull it away, has Speck in the wide open, hits her, and finds the bottom of the cup, does McKelvey Speck. 13-8 now. Miners cutting to the lead. Approaching a minute to go here, first quarter, anybody's ball game. Got a good one on our hands in this Scenic Idaho Conference. Holt finds Wineclaw. Skips it across. And we're going to get a travel in the corner that time by Allen, and turns the ball over to the Miners. Back into the ball game now is Ashley Holt and Javier Gore come back in for the Knights, and Brittany Phillips is going to step back onto the floor for the Miners, giving McKelvey Speck a rest, giving some good minutes to the Miners here early. And Grace Hunter will check back into the ball game, as Ileana Lewis will check out. And Welch across the timeline for the Miners. Under a minute to go now. Phillips, good ball screen that time from Hendrick. Kicks it to House. Good look for a three that time. Oh, just rolls off. And another rebound for the Knights. Gore looking way up the floor. Tipped, good hands that time by Welch. She knocks it out of bounds to stop the transition. They were looking for Mariah Erickson down low that time. Ashley Holt to inbounds. Nice pass down and low. And we'll get a foul before the shot. I think they're calling a moving screen or something on. That's on Allen. That'll be her second personal, 4th team. So 2 fouls early for Keona Allen. And Welch with the ball. 35 seconds here, first quarter. Finds House. House gets a good screen. Another wide open look for three. This time finds the bottom of the bucket. And it's 13-11 now. Miners cut the lead to 2. I knew House was destined for one. She had plenty of shots. I knew one was about destined to fall. With her shooting ability, the Miners are sure to hit a few more of those. And good defense that time by the Miners, forcing a travel. And they get a chance to try to tie this ball game or take the lead here with 15 seconds to go first quarter. Welch now finds House. And we see if House can find the magic once again. And she's fouled up top. Rivera a little too much aggressiveness that time. Picks up the foul. Only the 4th, or that's the 5th team foul. And only Rivera's first personal. So Miners will get the ball on the side here, 7.5 ticks. I look for them to try to find House again. And they get it into deep in the post to Hunter. Hunter throws one up. She's fouled. Good job by the Miners getting the ball inside. Four ticks left. We're going to get 2 shots to try to tie this ball game. Grace Hunter at the line, shooting 2. First attempt's off the mark. That was the 6th team foul on the Knights, so they're going to have to play smart. That was the 3rd foul on Keona Allen, so she might have to sit for a little while here in this rest of this first half. Hunter's second attempt. Off the iron again, rebounded by Gore. Gore 2 seconds, can probably huck one up. Doesn't get it off, and that's how the first quarter will end. So the Miners kind of pick up steam there at the end of the half. All right, welcome back, basketball fans. Channel 3 Sports here. 13-11, Knights up by 2 on the Miners right now after the first quarter. And the Knights started hot, built a 7-point lead early, and the Miners have been cutting into it ever since, and finished on a high note on offense with three-pointer out of Jaden House late there in the first quarter to cut the lead to 2. And Phillips now finds all the way to the cup. Nice left-handed layup, ties the ball game up at 13. So good start for the Miners here in the second quarter. Holt with it. She's going to try her luck, loses the handle into the hands of House. Ball tipped around again. She's able to retain it. Going to go all the way to the cup with the left, off the mark. House gets her own rebound. Gets it across court, Welch. Welch going to take her try at it, and she knocks it down. The Miners get their first lead since 2-0 in the ball game. 15-13 now, Miners on top. Javier Gore. The Miners have switched to the 2-3 on defense, giving different looks. Ashley Holt drops a bomb from deep and makes it 16-15. So our third lead change so far in the ball game. I expect a lot of them. House trying to find an opening. Gets it to Phillips. Phillips going to get right in the middle of the lane. Ball. Good hands that time by Gore, tipping it away. But it falls into the hands of now Ellie Welch shooting it. Good rebounding again on the offensive end by Phillips as she cashes in. Retakes the lead for the Miners, 17-16. And she'll get a chance for the three-point play. And Phillips' attempt off the back and iron into the hands of Ashley Holt. Here come the Knights now. Jalissa Holt trying to penetrate through the top of the zone. Does. Kick to Gore. And too much mustard on it. Ball tipped around into the hand of Welch, but they'll say Rivera touched the inbound, so Miners won't get a chance to run in transition. But they'll take the ball nonetheless. Welch crossing the timeline, finds House. High ball screen from Taylor, doesn't use it, goes left, and gets the bottom of the bucket again, does House, makes it 19-16. The Miners' three-point lead, their largest lead of the ball game. Holt finds Rivera on the baseline, nice little pass there. And Ashley Holt off the iron. Ball rebounded Rivera. Knights get a second chance to look at it. Holt's going to shoot a short jumper. Off the mark. He's a long jumper. House will bring it up for the Miners. Here they come. Good pass down low. Oh, Grace Hunter just off the mark. Grew up too anxious, kind of probably surprised no one was there. And out of bounds, and it will be Knights basketball. Well, Grace Hunter had a really good look at that one. I think she was surprised no one was there to contact her, forcing the missed layup. As Taylor will take a break, as Hendricks comes back in for the Miners. And we're going to get a full timeout from the Knights right now as they're going to try to stop the bleeding. And it's 19-16, Miners up by 3. We'll be back in a minute. So the Miner pep band giving us some tunes tonight. Great. This is the first year the Miners have had a pep band in several years. Great job by Mrs. Bogart to get that kickstart for the Miners, and they're sounding pretty good to me. And back to the action now, second quarter, 5:35 to go. Miners 3-point lead. They've started the count on them. And they get into Rivera. Oh, Knights basketball, Miners 2-3 zone. Miners trying to make sure they get out on shooters as Ashley Holt, Jalissa Holt like to cast away from the three-point line. And like I said, there goes Jalissa Holt. Off the mark, good rebound, Grace Hunter. And good hands by Rivera trying to get it from her. And good job to get it into the hands of House. 5 minutes to go here. House going to drive the middle of the lane, kick back to Welch. Miners working their offense. Oh, didn't see it. Somehow the Miners, I thought they were going to retain possession there. Welch tried to throw that pass inside to Hendricks, but she wasn't looking and almost completed it. A good defense by the Knights that time. And Rivera crosses the timeline, trying to find an opening. Ashley Holt to Jalissa Holt. And she's going to shoot the 12-footer off the mark. And going to get a foul, I think, on Jalissa Holt there. And that'll be the 7th team foul, and it's going to send Jaden House to the line for a 1-and-1. Oh, 8th team foul, excuse me. And that 7th foul was that offensive foul on the Knights. So first 1-and-1 opportunity for the Miners here with 4:38 to go here in first half. House lining up the first attempt. Off the back iron, but ball tipped in the hands of the Knights. Oh, Miners unable to convert the 1-and-1. Brittany Phillips, nice job on the defense, forces a steal, gets the ball back for the Miners, and here they come. Phillips right into the tooth of the defense, nice dump down to Hunter, and she finishes the play. Nice job by the Miners right there, making it 21-16 now. Good offensive possession that time from the Miners. Good sharing of the basketball. And the Miners force another turnover and going to get a foul from Destiny Matt. And that'll send Welch to the line for a 1-and-1. Oh, Miners 2 steals in a row on defense. And trying to turn that into some offense.
You're in. Thank you, Neil.
So again, 1-and-1. Welch's shot is up and finds the bottom of the bucket. 22-16 now. And gets substitution into the ball game now. McKelvey Speck, number 3, coming back into the game as Tia Hendricks takes a seat. Miners getting lots of contribution from everybody on the team lately. They got a good rotation with their bigs and several extra guards getting into the games. They got a great little team basketball thing going on. And nice job offensive rebound that time, Grace Hunter, but we'll get a jump ball, and that'll go to the Knights. Well, Miners holding a 6-point lead. 4 minutes to go here, first half. Miners switching things up on the defensive end again, going a little man-to-man. Trying to confuse this Lakeside offense. Force them to use the repertoire of their offensive scheme. Wineclaw casts away. No good on the 3-point attempt into the hands of House, and here come the Miners. Nice feed down low to Hunter, and Hunter just off the rim, rebounded Ashley Holt. Oh, trip not called there that time. The Miners get a turnover. And it's turned right back into the hands of Holt. Holt trying to get through. Welch, good job with her hands to knock it away. And she tips it off of Holt. And the Miners will get the ball back. So great transition defense by Ellie Welch. House with the ball. Stops her dribble. But gets it to Welch. Off the hands of House down low as the Miners turn it right back over. And Rivera guarded by Speck. Miners again, man-to-man look on defense. Phillips on Gore. screen up top by Holt. Not used. Knights looking for an opening. Miners doing a good job. Playing good help defense right now. Nice cut that time by Gore. Just can't handle a pass. And we're going to get a foul on Brittany Phillips down there on the baseline. That'll only be the 5th team foul on the Miners. And that'll be Brittany Phillips' first personal.
That block! Just stay there!
Holt gets it into Gore, Javier Gore. Back to the corner. Holt's going to get a good look at one. Short, off the mark. Might have been tipped by the Miners. And House has got it. She's trying to look up the floor, finding a teammate. Does now, finds Speck. Good pass inside to Hunter. Hunter throws one up and knocks it down again. Another good bucket there by Grace Hunter. 24-16 now. Miners 8-point lead, their largest of the game. Gore tries to answer back, and she does. Makes it 24-19 as she hits the triple. Nice shot that time by Holt. McKelvey Speck trying to answer back just off the iron, but into the hands of Hunter. And it's tipped out of bounds by the Knights. And it'll stay Miner basketball. Under 2 minutes to go here now, first half. Miners 5-point lead. Be kind of a back and forth ball game. Miners starting to take a little control here in the second quarter. House off the mark. Ball tipped around again off the foot into the hands of Welch. Welch off the iron. And Ashley Holt doing a great job of rebounding tonight. Does get the ball to Weinclaw. She's going to run out of room. Oh, and they say it's tipped out by Welch. And it will be Knights ball still. Substitution for the Miners as Kaya Taylor comes in to give Grace Hunter a much-needed rest. She's been playing some good basketball down low for the Lady Miners. Miners changing up the defense once again. And Holt gets another good look at one off the iron, high off the handle, and it gets tipped off of House's hands out of bounds. Stay Knights ball underneath. Buck 33 here, second quarter. Knights trying to see if they can hit another triple. Gore gets into the lane a little bit, tosses one up, and good. Cuts the lead back to 3. So back and forth we go. Miners get it into Hendrick down low, and she's going to get fouled by Holt. She's going to earn 2 shots from the line. Holt doesn't agree with it, but that's the call nonetheless. That'll be the first foul on Ashley Holt. 10th team foul, so double bonus the rest of the way here for the last minute 20 for the Miners. Off the irons. The Miners struggling to convert from the free throw line here early in this one. And Hendrick with a second attempt. Off the iron once again into the hands of Javier Gore. Up to Jalissa Holt. Loses the handle of it. Welch tears it away, gets the steal. Miners and Welch on defense. And we're going to get a reach. As we're saying, Welch on defense, she's good for about 5-6 steals a game. And after that last foul, that'll send Jaden House to the line for the double bonus, so she'll get 2 shots. Last foul on Jalissa Holt, her second personal, so she'll have to play smart here for the final minute 5. Up and good this time from House, starting to find the range from the court. Second attempt is up, off the back iron, in the hands of Rivera. Does finally secure it and gets it to Holt. And back come the Knights. Knights working the ball around the perimeter. Ashley Holt's going to cast away from deep, almost gets it in as it rolls in and out on her. Up to Speck. Back come the Miners. They got Kaya Taylor on the post, they don't give it into her. House tries to split the defense, kicks to Welch. Good screen up top. Nice work down low by Taylor, and she gets fouled by Holt. And that'll be her second personal. As Ashley Holt picks up the foul down low, sent Taylor for the line for 2. Good off-ball movement by Taylor down low, switching post to post there. The Miners able to find her. Taylor's free throw up and good. Makes it 26-21. Lead back to 5. And Taylor will line up for the second attempt. And a little off the mark, but nice job inside by Tia Hendricks as she converts with the offensive rebound. Makes it 28-21. Miners have been doing a good job on the offensive glass in this first half. And we're going to get a foul up top by Welch. Not able to be sneaky enough with the hands that time. A 6th-team foul on the Miners. And that'll be Welch's second personal, and she'll come off the floor as Phillips will give her a rest. 19.7 ticks here left, first half. Knights looking to cut into the lead. Good hands by the Miners there, tipping it out of bounds. They'll stay with the Knights. And an awkward inbound spot here to the short corner. Gets it into Holt. Holt thinks about it, thinks better of it. She's gonna dribble around, try to find an opening. Nice step through, but good hands by Brittany Phillips, forcing the jump there. And she'll earn possession back for the Miners here for the final 10 ticks of the half. Thought Holt was going to get a nice step through there, but instead Brittany Phillips turns her away. House with the ball. Approaching 5 seconds. Look for her to take the last shot. She drives. Nice defense that time by Holt to tip it away. And that's how our first half will end. Back and forth. But the Miners up 7 here at half, 28-21. We'll be back after halftime with your second half Scenic Idaho Conference basketball. All right, back to the action here, second half here from Kirby Krulitz Court. Miners on top, 28-21 over the Lakeside Knights. Knights had the lead in the first quarter as the Miners had their offensive woes first quarter, the Knights the second quarter, so they've kind of traded leads. And where we sit, 7-point ball game, so both teams playing pretty well. Starting to find the range on most of their shots, but the Miner defense kind of kicked in late in that first quarter or second quarter and kind of turned the tide for them. So we'll see how this second half wraps up here from the Silver Valley as the Knights have the ball first. Jalissa Holt kicks it to Gore. Miners starting in the 2-3 defense. They've been switching defenses from time to time, trying to make the Knights work. Good hands by the Miners, but Knights able to keep it. Holt thinks about it. Trying to find an opening. Good patience by the Knights right now on offense as they get a good look for Holt there as she cashes in the first triple of the second half, and that cuts the lead to 4 here early, so good start for the Knights. And the Miners answer right back. Good job by Grace Hunter down low, making it 30-24. So both teams scoring on their first possession. Could be a hot fire in second half here. Holt looking for an opening again. This time they get it over to Gore. Oh, and a little miscommunication out of the Knights there as Allen wasn't sure she was getting the ball, and the Knights turn it over. So the Miners fortunate that possession there on defense and a chance to build on the lead. House screen up top, gets a wide open look for 3. Bang goes the dynamite as she knocks down another triple. 33-24 now. Miners 9-point lead, largest of the ball game. And Holt trying to answer right back, almost does. In and out, but good rebound by Hendrick. Up to Phillips. She's going to try to get all the way to the lane. Good seal that down low by Hunter. And Phillips knocks it down. 35-24. Nice seal on the baseline that by Hunter to give Phillips a lane to the bucket. Gore walks into a nice one off the iron. And another rebound by Tia Hendrick. She's doing a good job on the boards for the Miners tonight. Phillips, wide open look from 3. Just short off the hands of Grace. Good fight there by Gore. She gets it back up to Holt. Holt chance to knock it down. Misses the left-handed layup, and Welch does a good job to get the rebound. So Holt had an easy one there. And the Knights would like to have that one back. Phillips. Ooh, just travels, drag that pivot foot.
Go.
Good job by the Knights on defense that possession.
Come on, Chris.
And we're going to get a timeout by the Miners as Coach Farkas wants to talk to them. We'll be right back in a moment.
Don't wait. Coach called it to 30. Go ahead.
And back to the action here. 5:30 to go here. Third quarter. Miners up 11. Largest lead for either team of the ball game right now. Knights have the ball. And here we go. Gore with it, back to Rivera. As they try to find an opening of this 2-3 zone. Miners doing a good job of moving and helping out of the zone. They've been practicing it a lot this year. But Holt gets a good look in the middle of the lane, can't find the bucket. And it's tipped out of bounds to the Miners. And here comes Welch. Man-to-man out of the Knights. So they got to try to speed up these Miners. House, good look for 3 again. This time, back-to-back three-pointers from Jaden House. And it's 38-24. Miners like this home side of like that side of the court. This House has found the range from deep. That's her third triple of the ball game. Off the mark is Holt. Rebounded by Ashley Holt. And we're going to get a foul down low for over the back, I think. And that'll be the first foul of the second half from the Miners. And they're going to call that one on Tia Hendricks, her first personal. And they're trying to stop that corner play. Good job by the Miners. They're trying to get it back to Holt in the corner. They couldn't do it. Javier Gore with it. Jalissa Holt's going to cast away, gets a good look, and swish again from Holt. She's got a good-looking shot from deep and cuts the lead back to 11. Nice pass down low to Kaya Taylor as she finishes the play. 40-24. Good look from the Miners there to get that ball inside. Rivera with it up top. Ashley Holt guarded by Phillips. Good cut that time by Allen. And she's a little short on the play, but gets fouled. And she'll get 2 shots from the line. That's second team foul from the Miners. And that's the second personal for Kaya Taylor. And free throw rolls in for Allen, making it 40-28. McKelvey Speck's going to come into the ball game as Taylor's going to take a rest. Well, halfway through the third quarter here, anybody's ball game still. Allen's second attempt, off the mark, good rebound Hendricks. A little fake buzzer there that time by the scorekeeper. It's all right. Wells, good pump fake. And buries the nice jumper. Nice play by Welch there. A little pump, side dribble, knock down the mid-range J. 42-28. And Rivera casts away from 3 off the back iron. Good rebound at the time as Gore mistimed her jump. House finds Speck. Back up to Phillips. She's going to try to dribbles it off her leg. She's trying to get in the middle of the lane, but Welch gets another good look at the jumper off the iron into the hands of Rivera. Here come the Knights running now. Trying to steal the bucket in transition. Holt gets another good look from 3 off the iron this time. She's hit 2 already here this third quarter. Another rebound for Hendricks. She's doing a great job on the boards for the Miners. House gets a 15-footer and gets it up. Nice shooter's touch right there. Gets the shooter's roll. And she knocks it down. That'll make it 44-28. He's going to make Coach Dorman take a timeout for the Knights. And we'll take a timeout with him. 30-second timeout. And back to the action after that timeout. The Knights just looking to call a quick timeout to gather the troops there and finalize their attack here to try to cut into the Miner lead. Miners have been starting to find the range as Jaden House has seemingly found it. She's got at least 8 points this quarter. Holt, and she keeps just firing and hits nothing but net. That's her third triple that hasn't even graced the rim. So, nice shot there again by Jalissa Holt. 44-31 now. House with it, trying to answer back, and she traveled with that basketball. Good defense that time by Jalissa Holt. So Jalissa Holt trying to turn up her play. Been kind of fun watching the battle between her and House, knock them down from deep. Gore finds Holt again, another wide open look, off the iron this time. And will roll out of bounds and be the Miner ball. The Miners have switched to the 2-3. You can see him considering maybe going back to some man to try to stop some of these wide open looks from Alyssa Holt with the way she's shooting the basketball. Welch with it now up top, guarded by Wineclaw. House, off the iron. Good rebound on the backside by Destiny Matt. Wineclaw finds Alyssa Holt. Welch trying to sneak from behind. Almost does. Miners stick it in the zone. Holt does a good job to not dribble into a trap there. Finds Ashley Holt. She casts away off the iron. Fight for the rebound. Tips out to Wineclaw. She shoots one up from the baseline. Gets it to fall. That'll make it 44-33. Back to an 11-point game. Well, it's slowing things up for the Miners here. Sets the offense. Finds House. They got Hunter down low. They pass it up, but good dump there that time by House. Oh, and Hunter just can't finish. Good look there by the Miners, just unable to connect. Good look down low again there that time. Alyssa Holt catching the defense sleeping as she slips it to Gore. And they cut into this lead. We're down to 9 points. So we got a single-digit game now. Hunter down low again, got good position. Good double down low by the Knights. And they tip it back out. And Ileana Lewis will secure it back for the Miners. House. And Coach Fargus is going to take a timeout. Just things started to get a little crazy there. Good timeout, I think, by Coach Fargus right there to slow play up a little bit. And so we'll take a timeout with them. Be back in a moment. All right, and we're back here. Third quarter action, under a minute to play. Miner basketball up 9. Phillips drives the lane, it's up with the left, draws the foul on Rivera, and she'll get 2 shots from the line. Good take that time by Brittany Phillips. Coach Dorman doesn't like it for the Knights. Ref will tell him what happened. And nonetheless, Phillips at the line for 2. Off the mark on the first free throw. And into the ball game, give Jaden House a rest, will be Tia Hendrick coming in, number 33 for the Miners. She's been doing a good job of rebounding for the Miners. And the second free throw attempt, nothing but net for Brittany Phillips. Making the lead back to a double-digit ball game at 10. Miners trying to finish out strong here for the last 40 seconds, and the Knights need to find a bucket. Wineclaw is going to cast away from 3, little long on the shot. Rebounded Phillips here with 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Phillips gets all the way into the 2 of the defense, throws one up, no good, gets her own rebound, and finishes this time. As quick 3 points in the last 2 possessions from Brittany Phillips, extends the lead back to 12. Wineclaw drives in, dishes the corner to Matt. Alyssa Holt trying to find an open shot. Gets a nice 12-footer off the mark, a little short. Phillips again, 2 seconds. Chucks one up. Not going to quite have the muscle on that one, but good job, good quarter from the Miners there, holding the lead. And we got a 47-35 ball game, third quarter. Don't go away, we'll be back soon. back here for the fourth quarter. Both teams starting to heat up from beyond the arc as Jaden House hit a couple triples last quarter, as well as Jalissa Holt for the Knights. So we'll see if that continues here in the fourth. House tries to drive the lane, tough shot, no good, but rebounded inside by Hendricks, and it's knocked out of her hands, and they'll say it's off her last, and it'll be Knight ball. So not the start to the quarter the Miners would have hoped for. Good defense that time by the Knights. Gore gets all the way in, good defense, swatted away that time by the Miners. Into the hands of Welch. She'll bring it across the timeline. Again, conference battle game going on here between the Miners and the Knights. Good shot that time off the mark, but Phillips gets her own rebound, misses again. Ball tipped everywhere and into the hands of Jalissa Holt. House going to try to steal away from her, can't do it. And Holt will set the offense. Rivera, cross court to Gore. Gore gets into the lane, loses the handle, into the hands of Welch. Trying to dish it there, I think, and just lost the handle. And now here comes House cutting into the lane. Little Euro step, and no good, but nice rebound again. Two offensive boards by the Miners. Hunter can't find it. This time does find the bottom of the bucket. 49-35 Miners. The Miners have really hit the offensive glass this game, and it's paying off. Holt from deep. Oh, I thought that was going to fall, but off the iron, and another rebound from Tia Hendrick. Welch, nice pass in low to Tia. No good. Another offensive rebound from the Miners. They are working down low as Grace Hunter and Tia Hendricks just continuing to build the lead. They're doing a great job on the offensive glass, are the Miners. And that's going to cost another timeout from Coach Dorman and the Knights. It'll be a full timeout. And we'll stick here on the game here. We'll be back with more commentary in a moment. Man, you can't say enough about that Wallace High School band out there tonight. It really changes the atmosphere of a game, and I gotta say, I'm a fan. So 6:10 to go here, fourth quarter. Miners starting to build a lead on the offensive end. As with their offensive rebounding is really making the difference here so far in the fourth quarter and the game, really, as they've managed to extend the lead to 16, 51-35. And the Knights will have the basketball. Looking to probably try and find Ashley or Jalissa Holt for a triple. Holt with it. Back to Rivera. Javier Gore, she's going to cast away. She liked the look, and she knocked it down. 51-38 now. Not a little slow to get up off the floor. House gets a wide open look at one. And rattles it home again for the Miners. She answers back, 54-38. But just when the Knights think they're going to start that comeback, Jaden House is shutting them down. Gore casts away again, this time a little deep, a little strong on the shot. Another rebound for Hendrick. Up to Taylor, nice look down low, and gonna just lose her footing a little bit as she was trying to corral that basketball, and Miners turn it over. Well, back come the Knights. Miners 2-3 zone again, kind of sticking with it. Holt thinks about one. Oh, tough pass, little miscommunication, and ran down by Hendrick. And the Miners have the ball again. Good defensive possession again from the Miners. House gets a good screen, gets another look for three, buries it again. She is on fire, folks. 57-38. he had her struggles in the first quarter, but that just warmed her up, it looks like. She's got at least, I think, 4 or 5 triples here in the second half. And it'll be a foul by the Miners. And that will send Jalissa Holt for 2 shots. And they get that foul on Kaya Taylor, her 3rd personal, 3rd team. Oh, actually they called it on the floor. Oh, Ashley Holt to inbounds now for the Knights. Up to Rivera. Javier Gore thinks about it, passes. They find Holt in the middle, trying to work. Nice step through in the lane, knocks it down. 57-40 now. Approaching 4.5 here to go here in the ball game. Miners have a nice 17-point lead, but have to continue to be aggressive on offense with the shooting ability of the Knights. And moving screen, they're going to call. I think they'll get that one on Taylor, and that'll be her 4th. She's going to have to come out of the ball game. And that'll be the 14th foul on. And Grace Hunter will come in to give Taylor a rest with those 4 fouls. Hold with it. Rivera, she's going to cast away. A nice rhythm 3-pointer, just short. Rebounded by Matt, and she's turned away by the Miner defense once again. Here comes House. Here come the Miners. Into nice pass down low into Grace Hunter. Oh, just rolls off the mark, but again, offensive rebound from Hendricks. Another offensive rebound from the Miners. And we're going to get a jump ball down low, but again, Miners 2 offensive rebounds. And then be Knight basketball. Holt trying to find an opening, trying to get another shot off, and she's going to get one this time. Buries it again. Each time she drops the bucket, it does not touch the rim. He's got, I think, 4 triples now here second half. 57-43. Miners continuing to be aggressive, which I like. House gets her own rebound and gets it the second time, and she drops in another bucket. 59-43. So there's been no answer for Jaden House here in the second half from the Knights. And Gore, nice play down there on the baseline to toss one in. 45 points now for the Knights. And we're going to get a quick timeout here. Full timeout here from the Miners as they regroup here for the last 3 minutes and 7 seconds of the ball game. Be right back. It'll be Miner basketball out of the timeout. Knights need stops on defense if they want to get back into this one. They have the shooting ability to make a lead disappear quick, but they got to find a way to stop the Miners' offensive rebounding, and Jaden House is kind of putting on a show here second half. As well as so Jalissa Holt is as well. They're just Miners seem to be getting that extra edge with the offensive rebounding. As well, dribbles it off her foot out of bounds there as the Miners turn it over. Well, that's what the Knights needed. And here comes Holt. Welch. Miners switch to man-to-man out of the timeout. And Miners doing a good job helping on defense. Jalissa Holt gets a nice little runner in the lane, swishes it once again. Cuts the lead to 12 here with 2.5 to go. Nice job getting it feed into Grace Hunter, and she buries another one. 61-47. As back come the Knights. Hendrick doing a good job guarding ball. Allen trying to find an opening. Gets it to Gore. Holt, nice pass down low to Holt, just off her hands, out of bounds. It would have been a nice 2 points right there if she hangs on to it. Turns the ball over to the Miners. Ashley Holt will get a rest, as well as Martina Rivera. As Mariah Erickson comes into the ball game, as well as number 30, Angel Sukali. Good job by Holt to fight through that screen. Oh, turns the ball over in the hands of Squally. And get a jump ball as House doesn't give up on the play. And they'll get the ball back for the Miners. So good hustle out of both teams right there. And the Miners will essentially retain possession. House works around a pair of screens. Tries to go baseline, pass it back to the inbounder. Welch finds Hunter. Hunter gets denied by the Knights defense. She's also not trying to quit on it, but I think they're going to pick up a, no, they just call it out of bounds. So lucky to not pick up a foul there. Oh, no, they did call it on her. That'll be a foul on Grace Hunter. Only the 4th team foul for the Miners, though. Excuse me, 5th team foul. And that's Grace Hunter's 2nd personal. So not in jeopardy of foul trouble right now. I think the only Miner in foul trouble is Kaya Taylor with 4. She's not on the floor now. Into Allen, nice work down low. Gonna get fouled on the floor as Hunter tried to get in there. And the Knights will take the ball out of bounds. It'll be a 3rd personal on Grace Hunter, 6th team foul. So the next one, the Knights will be in the bonus. And that's kind of what they need. So the Miners got to try not to foul here. Ooh, off the hands of Allen. Right down low, she's able to get it back, finds Holt. Holt gets right into the tooth of the defense and gets one to rattle in. 49, or 61-49. Approaching a minute to play here. Miners just got to play smart. House casts away, wants to close it out. No good on the 3. And we're going to get a foul by Welch, and that's going to send Erickson to the line for a 1-and-1. So the Miners, at this point, they don't need those buckets. They got to hold clock a little bit. And fouling was the last thing that they wanted here with a buck to play. Well, we'll see if Erickson can knock down the front end of a 1-and-1. Try to make this one a ball game late. And she's up and good on the front end. Or in the second shot, making it 61-50, 11-point game. House not on the floor for the Miners right now. Got Speck, Lewis, Phillips, Hunter, and Welch. Good rebound there from Brittany Phillips. Welch with it up top. Ooh, makes a tough pass. Good catch by Lewis. Gets it into Hunter. Hunter's not going to shy away. Shoots it. No good. Gets her own rebound again. Here comes Phillips into the lane, and she's going to get fouled on the shot. Foul that time by number 30, Angel Sukali. And 2 shots coming for Brittany Phillips here with 43.9 to go. Those are still big free throws here. And knocks down the first, making it a 12-point lead. And Phillips knocks down the pair, making it 63-50. Good job at the line by Brittany Phillips. Welch guarding Jalissa Holt. Holt trying to find her shot. Good help from Grace Hunter. Down low, so Crawley trying to work. Nice pass into Erickson. Erickson knocks down the shot. 63-52 Under 30 ticks here, the Miners really slowing things up. Gonna have to take care of the basketball here. Speck with it to Phillips. Miners trying to run the clock. Now under 10 seconds to go here now. Miners got this one in hand. So they kind of put a whole game together here. The Knights played well, just didn't have the firepower that the Miners did as the Miners closed this one out, 63-52. And they take the Scenic Idaho Conference battle. These guys will play again next week, I think, in Lakeside. So, should be another good one. Thanks for joining us here. I'm Jared Young here at Channel 3 Sports alongside my Channel 3 crew, Megan Hull and Evan Wilkinson helping us out tonight. We'll see you we'll see you in a couple nights, I believe, for some more Miner basketball. Good night, Miner Country.